Welcome to Park Bench Interviews, hosted by Randy Goodman, Harvey Callis Real Estate, your real estate professional. Get to know our community, our businesses, products, and services that will elevate your life. Please welcome your hostess, Randy Goodman.
Hey everybody, Randy Goodman here from Harvey Callis Real Estate. I am super excited to have Joy Rowlandson here with us. She is a fitness trainer, but I have to tell you she's so much more than that because she has been volunteering with us for so long. I am so appreciative of you and I can't wait for you to tell everybody all about you. So thank you for being here, Joy.
Thank you for having me, Randy. It's great to be here.
Well, I want to really showcase you as a business person and also as someone who's really part of the community. So can you tell us a little bit about what you did before, or were you always into fitness?
Before I did my certification, I was actually a dental assistant, dental hygienist.
Okay.
And when have always been quite active. And when I had my first child, no one wanted to train. No one wanted to help me lose the weight from my first child.
Right.
And the doctors are like, no, you just sit there. You don't do anything because you're pregnant. Just sit there and lift your feet up and do nothing. So that's when I decided that I was going to take my personal training certification. So I took my certification and since then haven't stopped. Just keep taking different courses, different things to upgrade, whether it's nutrition, postnatal, yoga, kickboxing. I do karate on my own. Booty bar, many different aspects of fitness. In the last three years or so, I've actually have stopped dental, and I'm just doing fitness training.
Wow.
So I train people one-on-one. I teach classes, a little bit of everything.
So where do you host them? Where do you train people? Where do you host classes?
So I train people in their homes. So I go to their homes, and if they have no room in their homes, they can come to my home if they choose to. I also work at the JCC. I have my clients there at the JCC. I do have my own classes that I used to teach before. I've stopped them since this whole event.
Right.
But basically right now it's more, I've reached out to my own clients. I still give them programs that they do on their own, and I offer them help and support at any time, whether you're a client for 5 years or 3 years or 2 years or just a couple of weeks. I always reach out to you guys. I always keep up with them, keep up to date. Even if they're not paying, I still keep in touch with them.
Oh, good. Well, it's that's an awesome trainer and an awesome business person. So that's great. So you do all kinds of other things in the community. Can you tell us a little bit about how you stay involved?
I volunteer a lot. I volunteer at the kids' school. I volunteer for the kids' skating club. I've done some volunteer training for some mom groups. Okay. I've done many things that I can't remember to list them all.
Well, you've done a lot of Toronto Women's Expo volunteering.
Yeah, I did a lot of Toronto Women's Expo. I did some volunteer in the dental fields. I did so many volunteer things.
Well, that's awesome. Like, why do you do that though? Like, what do you get out of it?
I like just helping people and keeping them, if it's keeping them active or if it's helping them organize or whatever events they're in. I like just helping out and like to see everyone just positive and happy and just maintain a healthy lifestyle. Get out there, get out your comfort zone. It's very hard to get out. So just to kind of get out and stay occupied.
So thank you. And thank you for everything that you do for the community. But what do you, so everybody's kind of stuck at home. Okay, we can get out for a walk and maybe you have equipment at home, maybe you don't have equipment at home. Are there any suggestions you can give people to kind of stay active even though we have to stay home?
So you don't actually need a lot of fancy equipment to do fitness training. I've been teaching my clients the last couple of weeks, even before that. Some clients can't afford to buy equipment, so I get them to use stuff around their house. So for weights, for example, some people will use cans. So like a can of, I don't know, those big cans of tomatoes. I'll get them to use that. Smaller cans, depending on what size of weight that they need to use. You get a great workout with just body weight also. And HIIT training is really good, where you do hard 30 seconds of exercise and then you give yourself a little rest for 10 seconds, something easier, and then you go back into the hard. So you would continue doing that on and off. And they're great workouts. You can even go up and down your stairs, but be careful. Make sure that you're not going to slide. Wear some shoes maybe. There's plenty of things to do in your yard. If you have a little yard, it doesn't have to be big. You can be just jumping around, anything to stay busy, even just walking in spot.
Or chasing your children, right?
Yes, they keep me pretty busy.
Or go for a bike ride with them or something.
Yeah, I'm running behind them because they're just learning two wheels. So I'm like holding onto the bike and keeping them up straight.
Okay, awesome. And what about like people who are, of maybe a negative mindset, or they're not really motivated to get up and do anything active? Is there anything that you can say to them that might help motivate them to move their tush a little?
A lot of people, it just takes that, the mindset needs to be there. In order to change the mindset, they need to want to do it themselves. They need to want to do it for their health, just for a healthy lifestyle. I think everyone is pretty motivated. They just have to really think deep down. You want to be alive. You want to be healthy. Basically, that's what motivation most people. I find a lot of people get really motivated. I had a client contacted me that they have a health scare, and I find that's when they become really motivated. I explained to them that, should have been motivated at any time, but that's what made them jump and take action.
Well, isn't that always the case though, Joy? It always takes like a huge traumatic event to happen before people actually make a change, right?
Yeah, it does.
And
I see also people like if they see a friend or something happen to a friend, then sometimes that scares them too, in wanting to take action into their life and change their life for a healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely. So is there any kind of tip or anything you'd like to give people before we sign off?
Stay active and just remember, whole foods is the best foods. Diet is not the best option for anybody. You can't live on a diet forever. That's why they call it a diet. You need healthy foods, whole foods, any food with less ingredients in it, and anything that you can just kind of pick off ready to eat. Any kind of active lifestyle, even if it's just walking, do something to stay active. It doesn't have to be like an hour or two of exercise. You can do 30 minutes if that's what you need. Or if you can only do 10 minutes, that's great. Start with 10 minutes and then you can work yourself up slowly. You can add a minute or so every week or two.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. I love that. Thank you, Joy. And is there a website or somewhere people can contact you at?
Yes, my website is personaljoy.ca.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being on this interview and sharing some tips with us. And if you guys are interested in connecting with Joy, please reach out to her. All the information is below. And thank you so much, honey.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you for listening to this interview hosted by Randy Goodman. We hope you will take action and connect with the incredible business people and leaders in our community. And remember, Randy is always here to answer any questions you have regarding your real estate needs. Be sure to register on the website and stay up to date on what's happening in your area at parkbench.com/millpond.